state of Syria is in a horrendous civil war, with its people having to flee the state and to run around as refugees. Here's the causes that led to the civil war. The state of Syria has been in a state of political turmoil for many years. It had its government overturned either by a coup or failure 7 times. In 1946, 1949, 1954, 1961, 1963, 1966 and 1971. In March 1971, Hafez Assad, the then defense minister, declared himself president, a position that he held until his death in 2000, and thus began the rule of Assad family. In 2000, Bashar al-Assad, who took over as president of Syria from his father Hafez, initially inspired hopes for democratic and state reforms. Many social and political reforms groups were created, but by 2011, people began to realize that he did not deliver on the promised reforms. The Assad family comes from the minority Alawite religious group, an offset of Shiite Islam that comprises an estimated 12% of the total Syrian population. Sunni Muslims comprise of almost 75% of the population. Ethnic minority Syrian Kurds have also protested and complained over ethnic discrimination and denial of their cultural and language rights. Socioeconomic inequality increased significantly after free market policies were initiated by Hafez al-Assad in his later years and accelerated after Bashar al-Assad came to power. With an emphasis on the service sector, these policies benefited a minority of nation's population, mostly people who had connections with the government and members of the Sunni merchant class. This coincided with the most intense drought ever recorded in Syria, which lasted from 2007 to 2010, and that resulted in a widespread crop failure, increase in food prices, and a mass migration of farming families to urban centers. By 2011, Syria was facing steep rises in the prices of commodities and a clear deterioration in the national standard of living. In December 2010, mass anti-government protests began in Tunisia and later spread across other parts of the Arab world, including Syria. By February 2011, revolutions occurred in Tunisia and Egypt, while Libya began to explore